Alright, so I'll just start this video off by saying I am not achieving full throttle. In the video you'll hear me say, wow, this car is slow, that my RS5 would probably obliterate it, but after getting home I've realized the gas pedal rod on the hand control needs to come down a few inches. It's all about pitch and throw. The way they've got it mounted, the gas pedal works. I wish my hands worked, but yeah, look. Gas pedal works like this. Well, they've got the mount at the very top. So therefore, you have to give it a lot of throw in order to get wide open. Whereas on the last two cars, I mount my gas rod at the very bottom. That way when I push, you don't have to push near as far. I tried to explain that easy. Hopefully that explains to some people. But I'm hoping to get that fixed before my birthday trip Saturday, because you'll notice in this video I'm only getting about 40% power. I was curious, I brung up my power gauges, and I think I seen 43%. And yeah, it's equivalent to my 2005 SV04 Tour station wagon right now. It may be a little bit faster. I don't know. The wagon may be a little bit faster than the R8. I don't know. But I definitely need to get this fixed. But yeah, you can see the rod is mounted at the very top of the pedal. It has a 4-inch gap between the pedal and the floor. Whereas if I can bring the rod down 2 or 3 inches, I'll only have to basically move the hand control 2 inches. So yeah, theoretically, it should let me go wide open throttle. Like I said, it's worked on my last two cars. There's no reason why it shouldn't work on this one. It's just trying to find someone to help me do it, because this is the time being in a wheelchair sucks. Not only in a wheelchair, but when your fingers and hands don't work, you have to depend on so many people to help you do things. But yeah, here I am driving the car. Today's the day. After 2 long weeks, I get my R8. The hand controls are finally installed, and couldn't hardly sleep last night. It's they said it's gonna be a super tight fit because the cockpit's already really small. Now I'm gonna have some rods going to the pedals. So yeah, I'll be picking it up here in about the next hour, and I'm speechless. I've already got a couple goodies for it. First thing I did order is a tune. So behind me is the RS5. When I first got this car, I raced a Lexus ISF 300. I can't remember, but it's the high-end Lexus that's got a V8. Sounds about like a Mustang. I lost by 2 car lengths and wasn't having it. So I hit up this place I met on Instagram, DME Tuning, and I sent them my ECU, they reflashed it, and not only did I end up gaining 2 car lengths, I ended up pulling probably 3 car lengths on the guy. So I was really happy with their tune. So yeah, they sent me the tuner, whole list of instructions, and I got the laptop out. I've got to download a few things, and I'll work on that. And as soon as I get the R8 back home here in the next few hours, I'll hook the tuner up to the OBD. I got to download the stock file, send it to them in an email. It will take up to 48 hours before they send me my new tune to upload into the car. But God, I cannot wait. I really hope it's not super tight where my legs are gonna be rubbing everything. But yeah, and not only that, it's my birthday weekend, so I'll be headed to the mountains with my brother. I'm gonna let him pimp out the GT500. And not only does he get to drive it, but he'll get to break in the brand new Michelin Sport Cups. They've only got about 8 miles on them right now. And they are sticky. I'm running 315s on the rear and 305s on the front. But yeah, that car should hang some turns. It may even upset the R8, even though it's all-wheel drive. Doubt it. R8's gonna be gone. I really hope I can get the tune uploaded before Saturday. But and I'm in it. It is not as tight as I thought. There's actually quite a bit of room. If you're over 6 foot though, yeah, you might not be doing much driving. I'm 6 foot and my head's touching the ceiling. But the first thought though, I love it. The handling of this car is like no other. But the power wise, once I get it tuned, I'll like it a lot more, but it's definitely not, it's not nowhere near a GT500. Honestly, I believe my RS5 would probably give this car a run for a good run. But yeah, check out the room here. So of course I'm at Starbucks, the local crack house. But on this side, they put a little rubber thing here to stop from rubbing my knee. There was 2 to 3 inches here. But what happens is if I have a lot of room here, the handle will touch the door. So I had them slide the handle away from the door. Like I said, it's gonna make it a little closer to my knee. But in the long run, I'm gonna like it a lot better here. There's just a lot more room for my hand there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, if the GoPro's picking up the sound, but the sound of a V10. Woo! So yeah, it's a Suzuki Gray, which it's basically white, red interior. Pardon the mess, I've got a lot of towels in here, and I got my bag, of course. But I'm gonna throw on my headset and do a little in-car driving action. So one thing I've realized I need to work on is what all these buttons do. Yeah, it's hard controlling the cockpit from this and this down here. I'm not sure what all you guys can see. And another thing I've noticed that's different is once you use a paddle shifter, she stays in manual. My RS5, I can gear down and it will end up going back to automatic, whereas this car is staying in manual. It kind of sucks, because now if I ever want to do a roll race and I gear down, I'm not going to be able to gear back up. So I'm just going to have to stay in automatic the whole time. I really like gearing down when I want to, not when the car chooses to. But so far it's about it. Other than that, everything, I'm liking everything else. Steering, holy cow, the steering is so nimble. It's like a little go-kart. It is insane. But I'm gonna hit this road up here and play around hoping I got the camera aimed correctly. There's no telling what I've got it aimed at. Well, for all I know, you guys are looking at the ceiling right now, and if it is aimed at the ceiling, I'm not even going to worry about uploading the video. But we're going to turn a right here. There's some good little turns coming up. So what I'm actually going to do is pause it. See, like right now, I really wish it would gear down, but it's not going to gear down. And it's crazy tacking $6 grand, knowing it's going to go almost to 9. But yeah, to get it back in automatic, I've actually got to take my hand out and physically put it back in. This thing does got a mean little dynamic mode. It might be, you know, my Shelby, when it's ready to race, it's ready to race, and that thing gears down and it don't shift up. When it stays in the power. I'd really like to be in third right now, but let's go with this. I'm slinging everything around. Kind of sucks slinging stuff around. Turns quick. She is very nimble.